How does it go, Kelly?
She goes low, 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 low.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another book video with your two favorite book nerds, Amy
and Kelly.
Today we are going to be doing a buddy read of Stephen Graham Jones' new book, The Buffalo Hunter, which I didn't know it was Hunter Hunter, and I just kept calling it The Buffalo Hunter.
I did too, and even when I read, I just thought that was like, you know how sometimes they do a reflection kind of thing? I
watched someone else talk about this book or something. I saw it somewhere. No, I went to go get it on Audible.
Oh.
I went to go buy the audiobook, and it's like, The Buffalo Hunter Hunter. And I'm like, wait, what?
What?
I can't read.
But yeah, like I said, I knew it was there, but I guess I just thought it was just like one of those like reflection kind of things.
I thought it was his signature. I don't know why I thought that.
Oh. No, I don't know. The Buffalo Hunter.
We both are very excited to read this. If you're new here, then here's the thing. We love Stephen Graham Jones.
Yes, we do.
We do.
We do.
His Indian Lake trilogy, one of my favorite trilogies in the horror genre, is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And Kelly loves all things dealing with Native Americans and stuff.
I do. I like Native American stories. Yeah. I do. The Only Good Indians, primo. Oh my god. I had nightmares about women with elk heads.
Yeah, every time we see like elk or deer, we're always like in whole packs of them. We're like, oh god,
right?
Oh god!
Right after we read that book, there was an elk gathering in a place about an hour away from us.
Yeah, which is unusual.
And unusual for that area to see. Well, it's unusual in Kansas to see elk outside of a preserve, but. We were like, oh no.
Someone done messed up, Ron.
They're coming. We have a couple of updates to show you. We'll wrap up the last half when we come back.
Yeah. So, past Amy and Kelly. Take her away. Alrighty. The book. And check out the bookmark that I picked to go with it. It's a knife.
There you go. Perfect.
That's kind of what I thought until I started reading it, and then I realized what this was actually about. So, yeah. That was a shocker.
Yeah. I would say I don't know how to do this one without spoilers because, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Have we been doing all the buddy reads without spoilers?
No, I think we've been doing spoilers.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, there's no way that we can't do spoilers.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is insane.
Already, I have a big one because I'm not gonna not talk about it.
Yeah. As per usual with Stephen Graham Jones books, for me, I started off very confused. It always takes me a little bit to get into his books, not because his writing's bad, but just because, like, the way he writes is just, for whatever reason, it's just hard for me to, like, follow right away. It takes me a while.
Well, what I really noticed in this one is he uses lots of long, complex sentences that you have to, like, really pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I get, like, to the end, I'm like, wait a minute, did that flow right? And then I have to start all over again. So yeah, it takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
Not people write like that.
Yeah, for sure. And there's like a lot of the Native American language that got thrown in there at the beginning, like a big chunk of it. And I think that confused me a lot because I was trying to figure out like what it actually would translate to, like the things that they called the animals and stuff.
Yeah. And like in Good Stab's parts, try to say that without spitting. Just the cadence of the rhythm of him talking. It's very different than what us white girls are used to.
Yeah.
You know, not just terminology, just the way the sentences were structured and the talking too. But I love it. Oh my gosh.
I knew that you would. Like, the more I read this book, I'm like, this is a Kelly book, 1000%. And I knew that, like, before even starting, that this was gonna be good for you, but it's just like confirming it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my, I mean, already we have 3 distinct parts, and every single one of them has a completely different voice. That's amazing to be able to write in character like that without having your own author voice come through. It just floors me. He's so good. God, he's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really do. I love it so far. It's very slow to start.
Yeah.
I will say that. It's very slow.
It
And
was slow.
sometimes you get a little impatient, kind of like, get to the point already. You're getting with those really long, complex sentences, and it's like, just what's your point? But yeah, yeah. When the freaking vampire shows up.
Right? I could not believe that there's vampires. I had no idea that that was where we were going with this story at all. Like, I
know.
yeah. Like, there's
no
absolutely no hints to that in any. What? What? And like when the Catman showed up, like the first vampire, I'm like, wait, is this what I think it is? Is this what I think it is? Is this a vampire story?
I did the same thing. So I was like, wait, no, it's something else.
Yeah.
It's some like crazy, I don't know, mountain sickness or something,
Yeah.
No, it's not. Some guy that went crazy and turned cannibal. No.
Yeah. I'm like, is this a Wendigo? But no, it's a vampire.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at all.
Vampire survived went from 0 to 100 so fast. Oh my god.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just clinched it. I mean, I knew I was gonna like this book anyway, and then that just clinched it. I was like, oh yeah, okay. He's writing a damn Native American vampire story.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. I love it. But
Yeah. And of course, in typical Stephen Graham Jones fashion, the horror writing, I mean, it's definitely nowhere as like graphic as it was in the Indian Lake trilogy, but it definitely is painting a picture. That is for sure. A good
yeah,
creepy picture.
and I kind of get a feeling it's not graphic that way yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see it getting more graphic.
Started, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah. Oh, talking about breaking the guy's leg off to suck out the bone marrow.
Right? Right. I literally had to stop because at this point I had to switch to the audiobook because I had to go to the cat house and stuff, and so I was like, okay, I needed whatever, and I had to stop what I was doing, and I was just like, what?
Yeah, I know.
I had to go back. I'm like, did I hear that right? Is that really what he just did?
Yes. Like, yes. And just the description, like you said, just the way he wrote about just like breaking his leg on a tree and ripping his foot off, and I was like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, okay. There's Steven. There he is, Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, so good. So good.
Yeah, because I wasn't thinking, the beginning of like the vampire kind of stuff. It was gory, but nothing that you wouldn't expect.
Right.
So I was like, well, you better ramp this up a little. Well, yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
did you think of the preacher man?
I don't know how I feel about him yet.
I don't either. I don't
Baby,
either.
what are you doing? Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
I don't either. I mean, I mean, at times he seems like more enlightened than maybe, and then, but he still, calls Goodstab savage or, like a child or,
Mhm.
all of those prejudice things that
Yeah.
justified us basically trying to wipe them out to take land. Like when he was talking about Goodstab's terminology, the things that he would say as
Mhm.
it's just, so innocent and not complex. And, it was almost like condescending.
Yeah.
And then like he would talk about other things and it would sound so condescending or, but then he would come up with something that he was basically like self-deprecating, like I don't know. I can't get a handle on him yet.
Yeah.
What
I'm not quite sure either.
what kind of person he is? I don't know.
Yeah. Like he goes back and forth a lot. Like
Hmm.
I don't know, like sometimes I think that he feels more of like a like real flawed kind of a pastor, preacher, whatever.
Yeah.
Just because like it sounds like he has kind of like potentially a rough past, just like when he was interacting with like some of the townsfolk and stuff and like drinking with them and stuff. Like it sounds like he has kind of a storied past that he's running from through his faith or whatever.
Yeah.
But then yeah, he just kind of gets a little high and mighty sometimes too.
Hmm.
Just
Like,
yeah, I
justify
don't know.
things. Like, it sounds like he's very self-aware,
Mhm.
knows about his past. He knows he's a sinner. He knows, through his faith, he's found redemption, that kind of thing. But then other things he'll do, like drinking the communion wine, and he like justifies it.
Yeah.
And then it's like it's okay. And I don't know yet if he really believes that or if he's still, I don't know.
Right. Like it's almost like he's like um justifying his sins because he can. Sometimes. Like, you know. Yeah,
Preaching. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about him yet.
I don't know either. I'm sure we'll find out.
I'm sure he will. He's interesting though.
Mhm.
He's really interesting. Like just the way that he did treat like outwardly, he treated Goodstab with respect and knew enough about his people that he knew what to say or how to say it or in that way, but yet at the same time thinking such kind of insulting things that I'm sure he didn't think were insulting,
Mhm.
kind of that passive racism kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. He's interesting.
I don't know if there have much else yet to talk about.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think, like the description calls this a revenge story. So I'm still trying to piece together because I mean he found and killed the guy that the soldier that killed all of them and
Mhm.
then burned them. You know, he found him already.
Yeah.
So and then you've got the dead bodies showing up in the well quote sort of present time,
Right. Well,
the 1912, which it's it's getting made to look like it's Goodstab doing that,
yeah,
and
I don't think it is.
so it must not be.
Right.
But the way that it's kind of like um the way that those bodies are being left and painted mirroring when the buffalo hunters would go out and just to take the hides and leave the meat rotting, and the way the face would be painted. And so I'm like, is there something, are we gonna see another stinking like spirit animal like the elk woman? Is there a buffalo woman coming here?
That would be wild.
Like, is this a revenge story of the buffalo, or?
I mean, that's what I'm thinking, because the title is The Buffalo Hunter. So I think that someone is out hunting buffalo and they shouldn't be, and they're going to become the hunted.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I'm hoping for. And there's got to be something. Because, like,
there's
more to
the ones. They're now hunting the ones that like decimated the buffalo.
Yeah.
What, like 50 years before?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, and I mean, we know that Goodstab's story is not done. Like, he's still killed more people. Like, there has to be more people that he's killed. So I wonder if, like, that's gonna become part of it. Like, maybe.
But I'm sure.
Yeah. I just don't know how. Like, it's all gonna weave together.
I know. I'm asking for a lot of understanding for 120 pages.
Yeah. And you should know that with Stephen Graham Jones, like, you're not going to be able to predict what's going to happen.
No.
I've never been able to predict anything that's happened in his books.
Yeah, no, I won't know. But I tell you what, he's already breaking my heart. Because when they talk about what the buffalo hunters would go out and they'd kill all the adults, and the calves would be out there crying, and then they would, like, breaking my heart already. Which I suppose, if it's a buffalo hunter revenge story, if a stinking buffalo shows up and killing people, I am gonna be screaming. Vampires and spirits?
A vampire buffalo.
Ooh. There you go.
Yeah. I was watching The Little Vampire on Saturday, and in that movie, when the vampires would like drink cow's blood or like whatever, they drink it from the cow, then the cows turned into vampires.
Oh.
And so that's what I feel like, oh, maybe that's how it is with the buffalo.
Oh, speaking of, when he drank too much from animals, that was cool.
That was freaking cool.
That was really cool. And that is like the best justification I've ever seen for why a vampire has to drink from humans.
Yes.
That was just perfect.
Yeah, I loved it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like, it's such a creative thing. Like, I've never read anything like that before. I've never seen anything like that in movies before. Just being like, oh yeah, if you drink too much of this, you're gonna turn into this animal, or drink too much of that, like whatever. And I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, you are what you eat.
Yeah, it's wild.
Literally. So he was like, if he wanted to keep his humanity and even stay looking human, he had to drink from humans. I thought, that is the best justification for it that I've ever heard.
Yep.
I like the whole, I mean, obviously he said their blood tasted better.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's just so much better than, because I mean, that's how you end up with the Twilight vampires,
Right.
When their morals took over, they weren't bad vampires.
Right. Yeah.
I love it because Goodstab is not. He really wasn't the best person to start with.
No, he really wasn't.
And then this, although when he did feel bad when he killed the Pikuni.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's
that boy.
And
well, anyway, when he killed that boy,
Pikuni?
he felt bad about that, but
Yeah.
Nobody else.
I could not believe that, like, who it was. Like,
I know.
that was another thing. I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Talk about a full circle moment right there. Like,
Right. Yeah. Showed he was getting awful close to home again to
yeah.
run into that boy. So they wonder if that's a clue about anything. Because,
Maybe.
he was trying to keep away and then figured out he couldn't.
Yeah. Well, he did say that he had gone, that white teeth or whatever had gone out to
Oh, yeah. That's
become
true.
a man or like whatever, something. He went on a retreat thing for the few days. Yeah.
That's true. So maybe he was quite a ways away.
Yeah.
Hi, Figgy. Hi,
Daniel?
Fig. Hi, Fig. No. No. Hey, kitty cat. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Fig.
Pig.
I feel like I've lost my cat mojo. Hi. Hi, Fig. Oh, and he looked away. All right. Yeah. And it was crazier.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like these next few pages, or however many pages it is, 120 pages.
Yep.
It's gonna fly by, I think, because I think it's gonna start really picking up.
I think so too. Because I'm like, yeah, I would think in the next 100, the next section we're reading, I think maybe we'll find out about what he's out for. Good Stab's on some kind of revenge trip. So it's like, what and why? What's going on that he feels the need to confess all this now?
Right.
After some 60 years. Well, not quite that long, but 50 years.
Yeah.
Why is he feeling the need to unburden himself now?
I don't know, but clearly there's something going on. Alrighty then.
Oh, I do also have to say, I love that Good Stab calls the pastor 3-person.
Yeah, that was interesting. Like, okay.
Anyway, yep. I'm excited. I'm gonna go read probably, all the pages tonight.
I was gonna say, I'm like, you're gonna be up till like 2 a.m. reading this book.
I like it so far.
I
And
do too.
I see it getting better.
Also, oh yay, thumbs up, I guess. I did not realize how many books this man has wrote. Whatever. I was looking at that and I'm like, I haven't even heard of the majority of these. Like, yeah.
I know.
Crazy.
I thought that was kind of crazy too, because I'm starting the Angel Lake trilogy.
Indian Lake.
Indian Lake
trilogy.
Yeah. And I thought, okay, when I read those, I'll probably, because I knew a few short stories that I was probably not going to read, like, the Teenage Slasher. I'm probably not going to read that. But holy crap. I mean, damn.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I was crazy.
You wrote a book with Paul Tremblay?
Yes, and that one I think I have on my TBR already because somebody was talking about it. I don't remember who it was, but they said it was like one of their favorites. So, but
He must have a zombie. He must like zombies.
Yeah, the Zombie Bake Off, the cover for Zombie Bake Off is so freaking cool. I saw it in store somewhere, I think, and yeah, like it's really cool. But
all right.
Alrighty.
See you Wednesday then.
See you Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, hi guys. Editing Amy here. So, in this section of the video, there was supposed to be another meeting between Kelly and I where we talked about another section of the book and shared our thoughts on while we were buddy reading and all of that. And we did this on Skype. All of our meetings thus far for our buddy reads have been through Skype anytime we needed to meet up and we couldn't in person. It was just easier because we're both so busy and all of that. And we live like an hour apart, so it's just easier to do it that way. Well, Skype switched over to Teams in May this month, 2025, and I, amidst all of that, had forgot to download the second little chat that we had with each other that was like 40 minutes long, and I'm sure contained a lot of really good things because things started happening. And yeah, so that clip is no longer available for me to download. It expired, and there's no way for me to retrieve it, unfortunately. So I'm so sorry. I hope that this video still makes some sense. If there are some things in the book that we don't talk about in this buddy read video that you want us to talk about or something, like let us know, like chat with us down in the comments, like bring them up to us, because I dropped the ball on this one and I am so sorry. I'm very sad about it. I'm very frustrated. Story of my life. But anyway, I just wanted to come in and say that because I didn't want it to seem like we were just skipping out on talking about an entire section of the book. We did talk about it. I just didn't download it in time. So anyway, that's all. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video.
Okay,
we're back.
okay. I gotta look and see. That's been a minute.
Page 240 is where
Look
we
and
ended.
see where we,
We're on
at
part.
what point we ended.
A point.
What
We-
point?
We were at part 2, I believe, or the gospel part 2, or maybe not. Maybe
No.
I
Yeah.
Maybe I missed a whole section then.
Yeah, we were going to go to here and do our third wrap up
That makes
there,
sense.
and then come back for the end, but we didn't do that.
That makes sense because okay, so I didn't read about 60 pages of that.
You didn't read it? You no way. You did not. You didn't?
I think if we stopped at 240
Yeah.
and I didn't read any of this.
Oh no! You missed like the best part. Well, obviously the ending is always the best part.
Why do I do this every buddy read? I cannot get this down. Well, I know that there was a massacre, and I know that that the priest disappeared. Oh shoot!
Oh my God, you missed.
You can
like,
spoil it for me.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
we
I'm
can
gonna
record this. This doesn't come out for another 2 weeks. We can do this some other time. You have no. I am serious. You have got to read it.
Okay.
Damn! Now I can't talk about it. Ah!
I promise that I won't read it soon. I was so proud
shit.
of myself too, because I'm like, I finished that last part
Yeah.
right before I left to come here.
Yeah. Well, I
Because
mean, you got like a major spoiler
Yeah.
with her the letter that she recited.
But the letter didn't make sense to me.
Well, yeah, because you didn't read that middle part.
That's why I was just like,
No, you have
this
to.
isn't that big
You
of a deal.
have to see what Good Stab did.
Okay.
You have
Okay.
to.
Okay.
Oh my God, yes.
All right, to be continued when I've actually finished reading the book.
That section puts all the bloodshed before, it pales it. Oh, you have to.
Oh my god.
I was like,
So this might be a 5-star book then, because it's sitting at 4.5 right now without reading
I was
that.
so glad I did not listen to that part.
See, I'm gonna be listening to it.
I don't know if
audio-
I could have
Did you
listened
listen to the end when she was in the
I
car?
did not. I didn't.
Oh my gosh,
Really?
you need to.
Okay.
Yeah, because like there was a scene where she she was in her house or in the apartment or like whatever.
Yeah.
And she was going through a door or whatever, and she was like, okay, you can do, like, it's okay, like, go out and go look, or like whatever. And literally the audiobook, you could hear her breathing, and there was nothing, no words, and it's just the door opening. It was like you were listening to a horror movie.
Oh my god.
Like literally just, I could hear the door open, and of course I timed it just perfect because I was in my garage and I was opening my door as it was creaking, and I'm like, oh hell no, oh hell no. I was like, oh, good stuff's gonna be waiting for me in my kitchen.
Oh my, oh that last part, especially when you read, when you read the part you skipped and then read the end. Holy crap.
Yeah, because I was about to tell you, I'm like, you thought Elkhead Woman was crazy. We had the buffalo head and a giant prairie dog.
Yeah.
Okay, I promise I will read that ASAP and then we can talk about it.
Moses. Did it get creepy? And then it got real violent real quick. And
it's my favorite thing about horror books is the violence.
Oh. Yeah, like I said, everything that has violently happened before, to shame.
Okay, that's good to know, honestly, because for Stephen Graham Jones, I was thinking that this was like really chill. And that there's like, oh man.
Oh no, it goes crazy. It gets a little cray-cray at the end. Yeah, no. You have to read it. So
okay,
we will.
Yeah.
We'll
be back. We'll be back. So yeah, we're back. I did actually read the entire book this time. Didn't skip out on over 100 pages worth of reading.
Gosh, I even forgot that we already filmed an intro for this. Like, I don't even. I remember nothing.
Oh, it's okay. I only remember it, I think, because of your reaction to me not having actually read the whole book.
Yeah, that I remember.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, you have to. So much happens.
Yeah.
And that part.
Oh, that's the part where he was Jesus. That part was wild.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, what? That part was creepy.
Right?
That part was really creepy.
I know. Are you glad that I made you read the rest of it?
I am. I think more so just so that way I was like fully like informed and like understood how we got here. Because I was a little confused having skipped all of that. I'm like, how did... Okay, I guess.
Why do we have a great big groundhog?
Yeah, like, I don't know. So yeah, I'm glad that you made me go back and read it, for sure. And I did the whole, I did the immersion reading. I did the audiobook with that for the majority of it. The very end, I had to do just the audiobook because I was running out of time to just sit and I had to do other things. But yeah, definitely recommend doing that. Because this is a book, like for me personally, the reason why I couldn't give this one 5 stars is because it takes so much of my focus. Like I have to be only focusing on this and like reading very carefully or list, like it's just a lot of work to read this book for me because of just, I think, the language and then also like the Native American stuff going in there as well. Like it's a lot for me. I'm not very good at understanding all of it. So yeah, having the immersion reading was very helpful with that. Like I'm like, oh yeah, when I was doing that I understood everything. Yeah.
Oh, well, and I had said before that once I had to do the audiobook for part of it, and so after I listened to that, when I went back, you get the cadence of the language and the way Goodstab talks and pronunciations too. It helps with pronunciations. And yeah, and so I was getting more out of physically reading it once I had listened to a little bit of the audiobook too. So hi George, you gonna come up here? Okay, well come on up.
Hello, sir.
George is not diseased. George has matted hair and he will not let me comb him. So we're trying to not have to go to the groomer. But he'll only tolerate me cutting Stop, Mom. Stop. He'll only tolerate it for a little bit at a time, so that's why he looks like he's got disease patches on him. I'm not messing with it. You're feeling feisty, boy.
I'm scared.
He's a feisty boy.
I mean, his paws
Stop.
are the size of my hand, so
He has big paws.
yeah, I don't think you can see them
And
because of the way he's
No,
sitting.
the way he's sitting. He has great big paws, and he likes to use his claws a lot, too.
Maybe the other paw. What about the other paw? Can I see it? No.
You're gonna get yourself attacked.
Probably so.
All right. If you don't want me to pet you, what are you doing here? But it's my table, and you're in my room. What are you doing here? At least show your pretty face.
Yeah, Georgie.
You're such a turd. Now he's insane. He did have a big cut on his side too, but it is healing and he's doing fine. Okay, so there's the George update for the day. Gosh.
I love it.
So yes, highly recommend the audiobook. Highly, highly recommend it. And if you can read and listen at the same time,
Yeah, like 10 out of 10.
yeah.
Amazing.
But I am glad I was not listening when he was Jesus on the crucifix.
That part was creepy.
I'm glad I was not listening to that,
Yeah.
because that would have probably sent me into nightmares.
It was creepy because
Yeah.
I was sitting there reading it and listening, and I'm like, what? Oh, wait. Back up
Yeah.
a second. Did you just say that he came down
Yeah.
off of the cross?
He came down
He
off the
was
cross.
Jesus in that oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like hanging on the cross, and he like came down. Oh.
Yeah.
And all I was thinking about is, you know, the movie Dracula with
Mhm.
Gary Oldman,
Mm-hmm.
and how they were like spider crawling up walls and stuff. That's what I was picturing
Yeah.
coming down off this
I
crucifix.
just had like with the robes. I had like the robes billowing
Bi-
out
oh,
as
yeah.
he just like flying down like a bat
Ugh.
almost. You
Yeah.
know, like oh
Mm,
yeah,
mm.
yeah,
Yeah. That was very creepy. That really was. And the fact that, what was his name? Arthur? Yeah,
Mhm.
Arthur it's been 3 weeks, people, for me, okay? The fact that Arthur had been sitting in the church praying and stuff the whole time. I had
Yep,
no
he was-
idea he was being watched, and oh gosh.
Yeah. And
Ugh.
how many times do you think that happened? Or like just that he was there? Like there were so many times where he probably was being watched.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, and he talked about it, like when he was writing in
Yeah.
his journal, the fact that he knew he was being watched while he was writing it, and his only consolation was that Goodstab couldn't read English, so he couldn't read what was being written anyway.
yeah. How crazy. Oh,
It's again that little nook in the attic up by the little window.
yeah. Can never trust an attic. You
People,
really can't.
people in the walls. People in the walls. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was a little, but anyway, that had the whole Catman thing too. So even though there wasn't any real like resolution to that, at least Catman came back
Yeah.
into it some.
It was interesting to see the Catman character and like hear his perspective and everything that he had going on, and I don't know, that was wild.
Yeah, so he really was like the Bram Stoker Dracula.
Yeah.
And I mean, they never came out and said, because I wanted to know, how did the crap, what were they called? The detectives, the detective people. It starts with a P. Pinkerton. Pinkertons. The Pinkertons. Oh my gosh. I want to know how the Pinkertons ended up with Catman. But it really never was too explained, other than he tried to come across on a ship and there were basically too many deaths on this ship. So I'm assuming somebody alerted the authorities when they arrived. But yeah, that was never really explained much, but
No, but that's okay.
there was some.
Yeah.
Goodstep got pretty darn savage there at the end, as far as like putting him back in that cage and sinking it in the ice, and dang.
I was that reading that part, like, when, because Goodstab was in the cage first. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how he had to break his arm like so many times just to try and get out of the cage.
Out of the cage.
And like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that whole scene was like intense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
justice was served then.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, I mean, God, and the whole thing about the Catman going in and taking over, like creating this little cult out of Goodstab's old village. Like, jeez. Wow.
Yeah.
That was
It
pretty,
got
that was
wild.
pretty, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
we're talking like horror movie cult camp kind of thing. Picking them off and making them do things that were sacrilegious to their religions, and like, wow. Wow. That was pretty rough too.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But yeah, so you can see there was a whole, yeah, there's a reason. I mean, Goodstab did not pull punches when he was out for revenge.
Yeah, no.
Whether it was against his people or the buffalo or
Yeah. R.I.P. Weasel Plume.
Oh, I know. Was that not?
That was like the saddest thing ever. I literally gasped when I read that part. It just came.
Well, all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. The Catman just went and butchered his whole little herd of buffalo he had.
Yeah. The Catman was the worst.
He was. He really was. Bastard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, he had it all coming to him. Because he was a vampire anyway, so of course he had it coming to him. But,
They could be good vampires.
well.
Not maybe
Not
not,
in this book. Not in this book.
No.
Like, dang.
I honestly don't know what we talked about in our first video, our intro. How much of the book we talked about, how much we skipped, I don't know. So hopefully this was a good little chat about this book.
Hopefully this makes sense to you.
Yeah, it's kind of been like 2 weeks since we filmed the intro clip.
Kinda. Yeah. Yeah. But it's one of our buddy reads, so, you know, it's
Yeah.
full of spoilers. So if you haven't read the book and you don't know what we're talking about, well, duh. Told you what it was going to be.
True, and I mean, we have all of our other clips.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is all full of spoilers, so, but if you have read the book, you know exactly what we were talking about, and we're all good. So, yeah, just, dang.
Yeah.
If you are completely confused because you didn't read the book, but you did stick with it, Vampire Stories, sorry to spoil that for you because that was a great surprise. Native American.
There's a bug on the camera. It's a spider. What is that?
What?
Is that a tick or a spider? What
I
is
don't
that?
know.
What? Right there. It's moving.
Oh, right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
that
is
is a tick.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
Ugh.
Ugh, cats, man.
Ah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just was
Creepy, gory, body horror.
yeah, there's always
There's always is.
Stephen Graham Jones, body horror.
Yeah, if you have
Hand
read,
in hand, peanut butter and jelly.
if you've read him before, you know what to expect.
Yeah, he does not hold back on the horror.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
No, and I love it. I love it. It's so descriptive and it's so well written that it's to the point like you can actually picture it in your brain.
Yeah.
Like a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's historical too, so you know. You like historical horror. I don't think I have ever said those two words together before.
History in the making.
There you go. Anyway, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm babbling because I don't know what else to say.
You just love bombing this book.
I am.
Word vomiting about the love you have for this book.
I just am. I really am.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's great for sure. I'm glad that we buddy read it together
I am too.
and
Me
and
too.
got it off the TBR quicker than everything else.
Literally the fastest a book has ever left my TBR.
Oh yeah. So anyway,
Yep.
if you guys enjoyed watching our buddy read here, then please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, comment down below the video and hit the red subscribe button. Join the Everyday Adventurer family. You can see our beautiful faces every week with a new book video. Typically, we try our best. Also, you can go and follow us over on TikTok and Instagram at Everyday Epic Book Club. We have more content over there, usually updates, usually, again, we're trying.
It's a busy time of year, people. It's a busy time of year.
It is.
I have a life.
No one wants to pay me to be a full-time content creator yet, so unfortunately I have to work jobs.
So yeah,
to pay for the roof over my cat's heads. So
to support the cat.
To support the cat.
To support the cat.
Yes.
And while you're doing all of that, check out the rest of Amy's channel, because there is more than just book content there. But the book content is the best. But, you know, if you like other things too, there's cooking, there's travel, there's shopping and home decorating, and of course, the kitties. And if that's not enough, then she's got a blog too. And you can go read that with features like Watch It Wednesdays and Foodie Fridays. So check it all out. Become a part of the entire Everyday Adventurer family.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan to me.
Heck yeah.
Alright, well, let us know if there's a book you want us to buddy read. Because we're always looking for recommendations. We have no idea what we're going to buddy read next, so.
No, and we're not too picky either.
No.
We've done horror, we've done romance.
We did do romance.
We did two
romances.
So maybe not romance. That would not be good.
You don't want to read the new Emily Henry?
No. Let's do something different.
Yeah.
If I had not already read Trust the Emerald Sea, we could do fantasy next.
We could still do fantasy. We can find a fantasy. Did those words just come out of my mouth?
They did. You said it. We're doing it.
Oh God, what have I done?
The problem is like so many fantasy books are like 780,000 pages. I have to find one that isn't. I'll figure something out.
Yeah.
We will. We will. But we've done romance, we've done horror, we've done romantasy. So, you know,
Yeah.
Not too stinking picky about it, but
no. But yeah, so anyway, let us know, I guess.
Yeah.
And like I said, hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And I'm Amy.
And I'm Kelly.
And we are
The Everyday Epic.
We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.